Hi there, this is Jennifer at the Job Foundation, and we are getting ready for shopping day. This video is for anyone who's involved in the shopping day experience. Elementary and middle schoolers must be supervised in their shopping learning experience. And I'm just going to go through this as quickly as I can. As you can see, we're at our office. This is where the shopping bags are stored. And they are returned to. So when you come to the shopping day, you will come to the location that you said you were going to come to. We will give you your bag, just as an example. You'll be getting a bag. You should take everything out and make sure you have what you need. I'm sorry for the low quality of this video. We need volunteers to help us make high quality instructional videos. If you are interested, please let me know. Okay, so on your clipboard, you're going to have the instructions, and I want to tell you that all of the instructions are right here on your clipboard in case you don't want to watch this video or want them for review. Okay, so you found your instructions. You're going to also find some other sheets. You're going to have this half sheet of paper, which is going to tell you exactly what needs to be written in your checkbook register. You're also going to have a spending plan that looks like this. These have been mailed home to the students, sometimes only a day or two in advance, because that's all we could do. But we're hoping that they fill it all out before they come, and if not, they're going to need help with it when they arrive, and they cannot go shopping until they are checked out and approved that all of this is correct. You're also going to have like a wallet type thing. Some of them are clear like this. Some of them are duct tape wallets that my son had made. But in there you're going to have the debit card, which I'm not going to take out because I'm not going to show that information. You're also going to have a little checkbook register like this. Okay, and then you're also going to have a secret message in that wallet that tells you the PIN, and I will tell you how to decode that and know what it is, but I'm not going to do it on this video. So ask a staff, someone there at your shopping location, how to know what the PIN number is. Okay, so before we get going, we have to make sure this person is ready to shop. You will want to ask them and help them prepare the budget spending sheet. Up here, we have already recorded what's over on this half sheet as well. This student is a fictional student, is named John. He had a deposit of grades, that $18.20. He earned bank interest of 4 cents. The total he has in there right now, and what his checkbook register should say, is $18.24. Now, this is all fake, but we'll go ahead and start recording that. This is the tiny checkbook register. It is little, but it can be done. So we're going to write in the date. We need to record these things. 12/2/02. The student themselves should be filling this out. If they are younger than about second grade, they may need your help actually writing some of it. But ask them questions. Where is this, a deposit or a withdrawal? Ask them to point where that should be written. Involve them as much as possible. If they are unwilling to be involved in this process, then they should not be shopping. Get help from a staff. But okay, so in the memo, which is a description, I'm going to write grades. Okay, it is a deposit, so I'm going to write 18. Always put the dollars in the big box. Put the period on the line. 20 cents. Okay, and now it's hard for me to write and hold my camera, my phone, but I'm going to write 18.20 because that's the balance. And again, as much as possible, you separate the dollars and the cents. Now, the other transaction we need to record is the bank interest. I don't even know how we have bank interest when I don't have any money in there to start with, but this is all fake. So the date was 12/1/02. I'm just going to write interest as a description. Again, it is a deposit. I'm going to put the dot on the line, and I'm going to write 04. At this point, I would get my calculator out or have them get their calculator out. But you know, this is easy math, so I'm just gonna write it right here. 18.24 is the balance. It's possible that their handwriting takes up more than one line. For instance, one transaction could be the white and the gray together, and then interest would have been written on the next white line. That's fine, whatever. But if their handwriting's good enough, they can save space by doing it this way. Okay, so now we know we have 18.24 to spend. Now we go to the budget sheet. Okay, this was an error right there, and we do make mistakes. Okay, 18.24. So the first thing we want to do is determine how much saving they're going to do to long term. Now, at least half of their earnings have already been sent to their savings account, but we would like to encourage giving and saving behaviors. And they'll eventually reach an age where we'll say it's absolutely required, but we would like to foster the idea of just goodwill and give them an opportunity to make that decision on their own, especially when they're younger. So you might ask them, how much extra do you want to save? And a lot of times they don't know. So then we might suggest a percentage. You can see down here on the sheet, it's recommended 20% savings, 70% spending, 10% giving. So if that's what we were to do, we would grab our calculator. Oh, I forgot to mention, every shopping bag will have a calculator in it as well. Hopefully they all work. If not, come find a helper. So how do we figure out if we're going to save 20%, how do we figure that out? Well, we can do it off the current balance, but usually we say just off the money that you had brought in. But then again, there was the interest. So you could figure this number off the top number or off this number. I'm sorry, not this number, but that number. It's really up to you, but usually it's on new money. So I'm going to go on the 1820, but see, it's the 4 cents is new too. So I'm going to go 1824. And in order to determine how much that is, 20%, you go 1824, and you're going to turn it 20% into a decimal. You do that by, here's 20%. And right here, right now, the decimal point's there, right? To turn it into percent, we're going to move it 2 places to the left, and that's how we turn it into a decimal. So we're gonna go back to our calculator with the amount we want to find 20% of, and we're going to multiply it by 0.2. So that number is $3.64. You can round up, $3.65. So over here I'm going to say we're going to save 20% of $3.65. Now it's at this point that people begin to ask, do I have to make them give 20% or save 20%, or do they have to give a percent? And the answer is no, we really don't have to, but it is certainly encouraged. And if they don't want to do any giving or extra saving, we do encourage you to ask them why. Help me understand your logic. And if they can't give you a logical reason, help them understand that they're making that decision based on their emotions, that they just want to hold on to their money or use it all right now, and help them understand how we make good decisions based not just on what we want to do, but also what is logical. Okay, the next question asks about charity. And again, if we follow our guidelines, our hopes here, it would be 10%. So let's go ahead and do that. How do we figure 10%? Well, again, we're going to convert that 10% to a decimal. We're going to move 2 places to the left. It's 0.1. So again, we take our starting number, which was the 18.24, multiply it by 0.1. Okay, $1.82. $1.82 will be given to charity. And here we will ask the child to determine which charity they will write it to. As students get older, especially middle school, they will, during the middle school class, actually go in and schedule these checks on their online banking, but for the elementary kids, we will schedule them for them. The high school kids also do it on their own. So let's say we ask them what charity, maybe they don't know. You can ask us for a list of charities. There's lots of good ones. Popular one, of course, is the Job Foundation, but they may also give to the United Way. They may give to Community Foundation Northeast Iowa. They may give to the Food Bank. A common one they also send to like is St. Jude's. So we'll write St. Jude's here, okay? And then our people will schedule a check to them eventually. Now, even though this money hasn't gone out yet, it will eventually, and we're going to go ahead and record it. And we can do that now. So let's grab our checkbook register again. Where did it go? Oh, it's on the floor. And that's another good reminder, is to watch out, especially for that debit card, that it does not get lost, fall on the floor, or even fall through the cracks of a checkout belt register. Okay, so here again is our checkbook. I'm going to now, before I ever go shopping, I'm going to record. And we'll go ahead and use today's date. So in real time, this is 11/29/16. Oh boy, I just jumped years, didn't I? And I'm going to just write for the savings. I'm going to write the words savings. Ooh, isn't that amazing? And again, in terms of moving that money, we will take care of that for them if they're elementary kids. We'll do it at a later date. And it is, and we'll ask, is that a withdrawal from this account? Or is it a deposit? And it is a minus. See the minus sign? It is a withdrawal. You could explain to them that even though we're marking it as a withdrawal, they haven't lost any money. because it is that. So then we go back to our calculator. It's already set. Oh, it's not set. Let's go back to 1824. That is our amount, right? Okay, and then we will minus 3.65. And, oh, it is $14.59. Now, can the kids do math in their head or whatever? I know they do fancy math now. Yeah, they can do that. But we still want to encourage them to go ahead, $14.59. We still want to encourage the use of a calculator because over time they will have fewer errors on their checkbook register. Okay, now we need to record the charity giving. So again, we want them to write the date. They can put today's date in, even though it might clear a little different time. We won't be too technical about it today. We're going to have St. Jude's, or their church name, or whatever it is, recorded. And then it also is still a withdrawal. So again, the dollars go here, the dot goes on the line, and the 82 cents goes here. And now I go back to my calculator, minus 1.82 equals, $12.77. We're going to write that on our budget line, our balance line, excuse me, $12.77. It is at this point now, we look back to our sheet. Oh, we've already figured it out. There's $12.77 left. Only other things we need on here is at least one item that they're looking for. They do not have to buy anything that they list here. We just want them to have a simple plan in terms of how much, what is it that I'm kind of looking for. And if they have nothing they're really looking for, then they really don't need to be there today. But usually they can list one item at least. And then, if you sit with them, you might, if they write down that they're going to buy a pair of shoes and they only have $12.77 to spend, you might want to remind them that, well, you're going to have to find a really, really cheap pair, or maybe we should have a different item that we're looking for. Have them write that down. They're going to need to review these rules right here, that they're not allowed to purchase any M-rated videos or video games or R-rated movies, no more than $2 on junk food or arcade games, no suggestive. You can read all of that. Okay, they cannot also purchase a cell phone or cell phone minutes without prior approval from their parents, and that means you would actually have to speak to the parent and hear them on the phone. And I would say if you don't know this family very well and know the voice of the parent very well, then I would suggest you go back to Job Foundation staff and help them figure that out and hear from them. Down here they will sign to say that they've seen this and date it. And at this point then, you're going to get up, get all your stuff together, get all your slips of paper. I would put this little one back on the board. Take the checkbook register and bring it to the checkout location, the check-in and check-out location. Their staff will look through it. They'll ask a few questions to the student. They'll make sure that everything looks right. And then it will be time to go shop. I'm going to make a new video now.